Hey everybody, how are you? John K. Tecket here. Another video. I'm back, and once again, a month. It's already gone without doing a video in the vinyl community, and I'm always behind on showing you records, but time is very limited, and when you are working almost the whole day with the records, it's not easy to return home and show records to the camera again. It's a little bit record overdose for me, but 100% vinyl community is still a special place in my heart, and all of you guys that I'm trying to keep in touch with your videos at the moment. I still have to watch lots of your videos, but I'm still trying, at least. Hope everybody's fine. It's Sunday. Yesterday it was Record Store Day. Some guys asked me if my store participated in the Record Store Day, and the answer to this question is basically yes, but I only choose some limited titles. I'm not a big fan of Record Store Day for many reasons, but it's pretty hyped up at the moment here in Greece. So people are going crazy for the day. Yesterday it was a great day for my store. I'm pretty tired, but yeah, it's a nice feeling, see younger generations get into vinyl, explaining to them what this thing is all about, and it's a big discussion. Maybe I will do a thread to discuss about Record Store Day and the whole vinyl hype, if it is good or bad, because there are pros and cons for sure in the situation, but I'm not here to discuss, I'm here to show you some records. I'm not sure if I will need to drop them, at least all, we'll see. I also gonna show you some Record Store Day releases that I kept for myself. The situation is once again that I'm buying a lot of records, and sometimes I'm keeping them sealed here and give some time to me to think if I really want it, and then I'm returning the copy to my store, which is one way is good because I'm not, buying so many records. But it's when you're running a store, believe me, it's very easy to have the feeling that you are, taking, for example, 20 records per week at home, and you have the feeling that you need to buy more records, and you didn't buy a lot. But yeah, of course, it's not a true situation. Anyway, enough with my gabbling. Starting with the music. First of all, background record, first pin, but so far so good. I mean, it's an amazing ambient kind of esoteric electronic music, which comes in a limited pressing. Not sure how many copies, but it's not a big label or something. But the music is great. If you like ambient electronic stuff, you should check out this Rex Illusivi in the Mooncage. This is double LP, and this is the first release of Often Music, so I guess this is a new label. Nothing special really on the packaging, a nice cover, fair, double LP, but the music is great. Ambient to the bone. Here is the information. Great record, and I'm missing lots of ambient music in my collection, so I think I should start grabbing some. Now the problem with me is that I don't have the time, but I don't really, when you are working in a record store and you are working with records the whole day, when you are going back home, you really don't want to listen to music. You just need some personal time, watch a movie, spend some time with your girlfriend and friends, and listening to records now, it's not my number one priority. Of course, I'm buying records, but that means that my buying taste changed a little bit. So right now I'm buying lots of background music that I can listen to them and also do some other things in the same time. Well, not only, but I have bought lots of records that I didn't listen to it yet, because you need to be 100% focused listening to them. And this is one example of this easy background music. If you live in Europe, this is really cheap and really interesting, good record. It's Count Lazy and Funk Bad the Meister. A combination released record by Radio Juicy, Urban Waves and HHV. This was out on 2014, pressed on a beautiful blue vinyl. If you like colored vinyl, this is a beautiful color, but the music here is really good, and I'm gonna give you a taste because it's jazzy, relaxing jazzy, but with beats and breaks on it. The perfect background record. You can also listen to it, and it's very easy listening stuff. Even if you don't like hip hop and beats. And this is great from start to finish. One more needle drop, a great record from start to finish. These jazzy beats. Pressed on this beautiful vinyl here. So the next one, I managed to pick up this because lots of people talking about this in the vinyl community, and it's great, and I really need to expand my Kraut Rockies collection. The amazing thing with this record is that the cover with the music, it's a completely different story. Throbbing Gristle, the amazing band, 20 jazz funk greats. Don't get fooled by the cover. This is... yeah, you need to listen to this if you don't know it for sure, because a lot of people have sold in the vinyl community, so I'm not gonna needle drop this, but check this out. I also bought a special limited edition pressing of a label called Earth Sound Records. It's not a major label, they are only releasing 10 inches in red color vinyl, one-sided 10 inches, with some reggae and kind of Afro-organic grooves. I also picked up an earlier release, can't remember the title now, but this is a very interesting Soul Masuka, which is actually our remixes of Soul Makossa. There is one good Afro remix of the song, and not remix, a cover of the song, and there is a very nice reggae version of the song, but you have to give me some time for the needle drops. I think that you have to be really fast on this because it's limited, and it's yeah, you know how it is with the hype with the vinyl records those days. The famous track of Manu Dibango is remixed here. which is okay, but I really loved the reggae version of it. Reggae Makossa, out on this 10-inch beautiful red vinyl. Highly recommended record. Let's continue with some more Afro sounds. This was a Holy Grail. It released by a label called As the Record Turns, or something like that. With a different cover. The originals are way too expensive for me, maybe for everybody, but the music is great here. Soul Makossa by the Lafayette Afro Rock Band. Different cover, great music. I'm not gonna drop you this. Didn't like the cover that much, but it's a good way to, you know, own this record in a reasonable price. Great record. Yeah, I think it's a well-known one. Don't get confused of the different cover. But if you don't know this and you like Afro funk, check this out. My friend Baraka P Dub saw this some videos ago, I think a month ago or something, and I couldn't leave that behind. I also got some other Jazzman releases, but this was a killer one. The Great Folk Group, Dark is the Sun. This band also released a new LP now. I think it's already out, or if not, it will be in the next days, weeks. But personally, I choose this. Some great guitar, 70s jazz inspiration on this one. Not only check this out, the jazz heads, but it's an easy jazz record if you are not a jazz fan. It's not exactly jazz, you know, as it used to be. And it's a new band. I think they're from the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Great record. Also picked up an EP. I will show it to you. It's limited, small label with some. Actually, this is Boogie Cafe EP number 6. You've got some good jazz remixes on here. Boogie Cafe. This is cheap, as it comes in like an EP, and I think I have to needle drop you this. I believe you can find it very easily in Europe. Not sure for you guys in the US, but if you're shopping from major websites like Juno in the UK, or you know, it's an easy find. I also played this in a local party that we have some weeks ago and worked really good. 4 tracks, love them both. Disco is. This is not my favorite track of the EP. But I really like those jazz edits in this thing. Let me give you another one from the other side. Again, disco edits of jazzy tunes. Sunshine music. The weather is getting very good here in Greece, so you know, this music sounds even better now. And this guy's vocals reminds me of Jamiroquai. Anyway, nothing mind-blowing, but a cool, cheap EP. Boogie Cafe number 6 of the catalog, of the label. If you are shopping from websites like this, just, you know, pick it up. You won't regret it. Yeah, one reissue. I picked it up. It's not open yet. I need your opinion on this. I'm still thinking if I have to keep it or if I will return it to the shop. I know some people will judge me uh, bad about this decision, but please tell me your opinion. I played it a little bit online. It's great, but I'm not sure if I want to keep this for a reason. Please tell me how stupid I am, or tell me your opinion. Andy Bay's long anticipated reissue on the Experience and Judgment. Really like the cover here, and the music is great. Has his personal style, the way that he sings. It's like it or not actually, but I'm interested to hear your opinions about this reissue. Should I keep it or should I return it to the store? I also picked up this thing, the 500 copies limited edition of the comeback of Simande Band. Um, I'm not mind blown about this thing. The reason is that it's lower than I expected to be. I bought it blindly, opened it, listened to it. Lots of ballads in this thing. It's not a bad record at all, but if I have to choose, some records by Simande will not be for sure this one. But if you don't know it, check it out. If you're a big fan of them, maybe, or if you don't mind hearing something slower from the band, it's a good recommendation. Now, a killer record. Europeans, some copies will become available again in Europe. And from the guys in the US, you can easily find copies of this thing, and I'm sure it will sound exotic for you because this is a great Turkish record, a great Turkish reissue. I was in chat with the label owner some weeks ago, and that's why I know that he's gonna send some copies in the EU market. Great cover here, and from Mustafa Oğuzent. This is Turkish funk in its best. Great drums and great Turkish Eastern feeling on the tracks, and pressed on a lovely, I don't know if you're a fan of it, but generally speaking, it's a lovely splatter vinyl record. Limited edition, and check it out. I'm sure this thing will speak. It's a great record from start to finish, so I'm just randomly gonna give you some needle drops. If you like what you hear, just order it. Great drums. I mean, you get the idea. It's a great record from start to finish. I'm not gonna play it more, but here is the artist and the record name, so you can track it down and just buy this thing. It's mind blowing if you like Turkish funk and really heavy drums, and highly recommended record for you guys. One of my favorites for sure from the ones that I picked up the last months. Now, having a lot of stuff to show you once again, and we're already in 20 minutes, but maybe it's a better idea to try to make a bigger video than doing another one tomorrow, which will be hard for me. This is not the original pressing, this is not the official reissue, this is a bootleg version, but I'm not a big krautrock collector, I needed this thing in my collection. Uh, Masterpiece by Astra Temple. If you don't know this thing, go and check it out. This thing is in my collection. Still haven't had the time to listen to it. It's almost 3 weeks here at home and didn't spin it. I'm feeling a little bit embarrassed, but as I told you, it's impossible to find the time to do it. And it's not an easy listening record, that's the thing. I have to be picky now because what should I show you? I will show you some record store day finds as I promised, because otherwise I will forget them. I picked up this Music on Vinyl 808 State, that 90s electronic band with some new remixes and some unreleased material of the track Pacific 202 and Pacific 303. This is the limited edition, well, 2000 copies limited edition, not quite sure if it is that limited, but anyway, pressed on Music on Vinyl, colored vinyl, yeah. You can't really go wrong with the 90s electronica sound, so I picked it up. Here is my dog, Melita. I also picked up this, which is not an official record store day title, but Rush Hour Distribution and Rush Hour Recordings, European major distributor and record label, record shop based in the Netherlands, released this collection of James Mason, Recollection Nico. This is the LP. I've spun this, it's a great LP, some great unreleased tracks by him, also some well-knowns like The Dance of Life are here, but the sound quality, it's not the best. It's not a matter of the pressing, it's a matter of that some of these songs were unreleased for, I don't know, 20, 30 years, so the mastering and I don't know the condition of the original tapes or whatever, it's not the best here, but if you don't mind this, it's a great buy, I think. Released yesterday as an official, record store day title, because record store day drops off and refuse to from a lot of labels to be in the official list. I also picked up this, again, 1000 copies, much better than the previous one. Music on Vinyl, Record Store Day, blah 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 exclusive. Hooverphonic, it's a great band. The Magnificent Tree. Features the most well-known song of Hooverphonic for sure, at least here in Greece, was Mad About You. It's featured here. Didn't play it yet. It's also colored vinyl, limited 1000 copies. Yeah, this is in my collection. I also picked up another album, the Blue Power Milk, that they released last year. And I also picked up this. James Bernard is the compositor here. Nosferatu. This is horror soundtrack, but it's classical music, yeah. Really like the cover of the 7-inch here, really like the track, and yeah, why not? I mean, some classic music, horror soundtrack, the packaging is good, Music on Vinyl does it again. This is, again, limited edition. I've got the number 935, so not quite sure if it is really limited or not. I've got plenty of record store titles, well, not plenty, around 20 that they're missing. I still got them on stock, so if you are interested in something but you can't find, maybe you can send me a message and I can send you a list, just in case that there are some big record store day fans watching my channel. Um, I also picked up this, still sealed. This is the Jazzman Holy Grail series. Yeah, this is a jazz gospel Holy Grail. Really like the cover here. This is one, if not my first gospel record, but this thing is not exactly gospel. I can tell you a lot of things because this thing is still sealed. I need to spin it maybe now. Jazzman Holy Grail series, it's limited to 1000. The only reason I'm showing you this is you need to be fast to grab a copy. And yeah, maybe I will show you one more. I've got plenty. I have to pick up something. Uh, yeah, I will show you this one. I bought the reissue of Flying Lotus, my first Flying Lotus LP. This is Los Angeles. His first LP or his second? Can't really tell. His early work, and I just played it and it sounds fantastic. Flying Lotus is a genius when he's composing. It's a big inspiration, even if you categorized him as an electronic artist or hip hop artist or whatever. His mixing styles, he's also worked for Kamasi Washington's The Epic this year, and I mean, yeah, this thing needs uh, not a lot of words from me. Just I will show it to you, and it's in my collection. And 26, almost 27 minutes. I will stop here, guys. I still have a lot of records to show you, but hopefully this time I will manage to do another video. In any case, comment below. It will be nice to hear from you guys, and yeah, don't hesitate to leave me a comment, and let's stay in touch. Cheers.